Here now with more on the serious ongoing situation at the southern border. South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. You know what was amazing is you watch, first you see the statistics in the Obama years and all the times they used tear gas. Do you remember any reports, any hysteria from the media about that?
Well, number one, no. And how long does it take you to figure this out? When it comes to Obama, when he uses tear gas, he's protecting the country. The narrative is that Trump is a cruel, heartless bastard, only works if he uses tear gas on kids. And it undercuts the argument if the Obama administration used tear gas to protect our border from being overrun. The question for the country is, what do you say to the people who shot the canisters? I stand behind the men and women on the border, standing between us and people who want to cross illegally. When you're slamming the tear gas, you're slamming the people we put on the border to protect us, and that's what disgusts me the most.
What are they supposed to do?
Yeah,
when
what are
rocks
they supposed
and
to do?
bottles are being pelted at them? What are we supposed to do when they're breaking down barriers and want to rush the border? This is what we were warning about before the election,
yes.
And it's now coming to pass, and there are thousands more still coming.
Well, I've been a lawyer in the military most of my adult life. You use the least amount of force possible to protect you and secure the mission, and the mission is to protect the border from being overrun. So tear gas keeps the people apart. You don't get in a fight. That's a good thing. The bottom line is Donald Trump was right to call the caravan out weeks ago. He's right to make sure it never crosses the border. People throughout the world are watching the president. If he blinks here, his credibility on securing the border is dead. He's not going to blink. And to my Democratic friends, how do you expect the public to work with us to fix a broken immigration system if you support one wave after another? A lot's at stake here. The president's not going to bend. He's not going to back down. And I hope the Republicans in Congress will stand behind it.
So President Obama tear gasses people on a monthly basis. We now have literally, and we'll talk to Kirstjen Nielsen, the Secretary of Homeland Security, we have identified, Mexico too has identified at least 500, maybe 600 criminals coming across that border that have integrated themselves into the migrant population. And that means, when I sat through a briefing with Rick Perry in Texas when he was governor, a security briefing that Obama should have been at, when I sat through it, they had 7-year period of time, 642,000 crimes committed against Texans. Some minor, many serious, including murder. I've interviewed angel moms and dads more than I ever wanted to in my whole life. Lost their lives to illegal immigrants that we even had in our justice system and never deported. At what point does the government bear the responsibility that they didn't do their job and enforce the law? What culpability do they have?
Well, I think we have a lot of culpability as a nation from ignoring this problem. You know, doing the same old thing and expecting a different outcome is insanity. President Trump is going to stop the caravan. The next one's coming, won't come if this one is stopped. He'll shut down the border if he has to. Democrats should give him the money he needs to secure the border. If they deny him the funding to secure our border, President Trump is going to push back and fight back. And this is a day of reckoning for the American people. What message do you want to send to the rest of the world about our border? If you want to be open borders, this is your chance. If you want to stand firm, this is also your opportunity, and I hope Democrats understand you got to really hate Trump to not see this caravan as a problem for the American people.
Let me ask you the last question about Mueller. The president said he's not going to stop this. Never had any plans. He said it numerous times now. At this point, how do we justify as a nation that believes we're a constitutional republic, we agree in equal application of our laws, equal justice under the law, and Hillary paid for phony Russian lies to influence the American people. That was used as a fraud on the FISA court, would never verify or corroborate it. Hillary never identified as having paid for it. And then it goes further. Then it's used as part of a leak strategy. The bulk of information, according to yours and Charles Grassley's memo, used to obtain the FISA warrants. Why has Mueller, if he cares about Russian interference, she paid for it? Why is that not an issue?
Well, you can't blame Mueller because it's not his charter to look at that. I do blame the Department of Justice.
Why is it not? If he's looking for Russia collusion, why is that not within his mandate when somebody's loan application is within his mandate?
Well, it might be, but I blame the Department of Justice for not appointing a special counsel to look at the FISA warrant. They really got away with a lot here, and if I'm chairman of the committee next year, we're going to look at the FISA warrant problem. I promise you we will.
You're going to get to the bottom of that? You also, could we get to the bottom of Hillary's emails and destruction of emails?
We need a special counsel to look at all this. Why was the FBI in the tank for Clinton?
Right.
Did they have a political bias? This screams for a special counsel. That's why Trump was so upset with the Sessions Department of Justice.
Lindsey Graham, Senator, thank you for being with us.